What's up YouTube? Zach here, joined with Kyle, and today we're Vikings. Alright guys, so let me start off today's discussion by first of all giving you a bit of context to that introduction. So I was lucky enough to be asked by an amazing author whose name is Marissa Cambell to come out to one of her book signings and promote her books, sort of be a promotional model that's there. Now, if you guys want to know more about that, I will leave a link down below to it. I'll give you the Amazon for her book, and you guys can look up into that. This is just one of those things that's one of the perks that comes along with getting into this fitness lifestyle. And with that, I want to move on to today's topic of discussion, which is role models. So with role models, basically what you're going to be looking at is your Instagram models, people you know about, those even such as Arnold, are going to be your common names in the industry. Now, I think role models are an absolutely fantastic thing to start looking at because these are your body goals. These are where you want to be, the places you want to go with it. This is what motivates you to get in there, get that done. I mean, for myself, people like Christian Guzman, Dickerson Ross, even Jeff Seid every now and then, is just an influence that really shows you where you want your body to develop and where you want things to go. Now, with role models, you have to take things in stride though, because you have to understand a lot of them are going to live a different lifestyle than what you're going to be getting into. Some of these people are hardcore, going 2 times a day, 6 days a week, which is going to be a lot more than what I expect people to be doing, but it does happen. Now, when we are in this discussion though, keep in mind, this is something you could get to in the future. I'm not saying it's never going to happen because that is something that even myself, I'm trying to aim towards. The other thing you have to consider is that these guys have generally been in the industry, have been doing this for years and years and years. So don't expect to look like them after a year of training. I'm 2.5 years in and I'm nowhere close to my role models yet, but I'm well on my way there. And finally, when it comes to role models, go to your local gym, talk to people you know. These are the role models that are going to help you the most. I know myself, people such as Regan Grimes, who is a local bodybuilder in Lindsay here, who's now an IFBB pro, who's just making it huge in the industry. This is a guy I played hockey with, a guy I can go and talk to if I need to, somebody who can give me a heads up advice of what to do, what's coming up next, what I can go and achieve for myself. And then you look at people like Jesse, whose Instagram I will leave in the section below because go check him out. He just qualified for provincials in Ontario here, and I've got to say this guy is looking big. He's going to go real well this year. I can't wait to see what happens at provincials. But this is a guy that I can go and see on a daily basis at the gym. He's always in there. He's the kind of guy that he's helped me out so much with this entire cut, with any prep I've done before. I just ask him any question, he's gonna help me. These are the people to go and talk to because they're the ones you're gonna be able to connect with, one, the easiest, and two, are gonna be right there ready to give you help with it. Because if there's one thing I've learned in this industry, it's that people want to see you succeed as much as they want to see themselves succeed. We're all a family when it comes down to it. Why not go talk to one of your role models? Talk to a bigger guy in the gym, figure out what's going on. Because all I can say is that it's just more motivation for you and more reason to go out and do more when it comes to fitness. And with that, we're gonna get into my chest and tricep workout. Enjoy it, guys. Here we go, moving into the workout. We are on the best day, which is chest day. And of course, starting off with bench press, which really is your staple chest movement. It is the best exercise for building general size and strength when it comes to your chest. For myself, when I'm doing this, I like to keep my elbows a little bit more tucked in towards my sides as opposed to out at the 90, just because I find it to be a bit easier on my shoulders when it comes down to it. Next off here, we are going to jump into the incline dumbbell press. Now, I do like to include a dumbbell press in my chest exercises, just because it doesn't have one arm compensating for the other and you do get a more even press on your chest there. Make sure with this one that you really do squeeze it together at the top. You will feel a difference if you're focusing on that squeeze up there. Now, during my cutting phase here, my incline chest press is going to be superset with push-ups. just because I like to get that extra little burn that push-ups gives you. It really, really works the chest, and you'll definitely notice a difference when you get up after these. Normally, if you can get more than 10 push-ups after your incline press, then you probably need to go a little bit harder. Next off, we're going to move into the machine fly. Now, I like the machine fly. I just find it to be easier on my shoulders in general. Plus, it's a little bit more controlled in my opinion, as opposed to a dumbbell fly. Now, I will do a dumbbell fly just because I like to get those stabilizers that you don't get out of the machines. But on my average day, I will choose the machine fly over it. With this one, once again, be sure to get that squeeze. Keep your arms fairly straight. You don't want to have too much elbow bend or else you won't feel it as much engaged. After that, we are going to move in to the low position cable crossover. Now, I like to do the low position just because it does emphasize more on your upper chest, which is a spot that I really do need to work on, and that's where I'm going to be focusing a lot of my efforts. Once again, keep your arms fairly straight, not too much bend in the elbows because it will engage your chest better. As for our final chest movement here, we are going into the dumbbell close grip press. Now, I find this to be an excellent finisher for my chest. It just gives you a squeeze that no other exercise does. You can really focus it in, and you don't need a whole lot of weight to feel this one. All you need to do is really work on keeping those hands together as tight as you can. The nice thing about this one is you can squeeze it a lot better because you can focus it on your hands more than anything else of keeping those dumbbells together as much as possible. Now we're going to move on to some tricep exercises. I'm going to start it off with a dip. Now I do the more chest variation dip just because it is my chest day as well, which is legs back, head forward, leaning up a bit. That way it does engage your chest as well as your triceps. After that, we're going to move on to the skull crusher here. Big thing with the skull crusher that I do, and I know some people do it differently, is I like to have the bar come down above my head as opposed to right in front of it. I find that this just gives me a better squeeze and a better stretch in my triceps. As well, the other thing you got to keep in mind with this is that your elbows will want to go out. Try to keep those in front of you because it does put more focus on the triceps and it will make it a little bit more of a challenge for you. And to finish off this workout today, we are going to move to the cable triceps push down. Now, I do this with the rope. It can be done with the straight bar as well, but that is a lot of personal preference, I find. With this one, it's nice because it gives you that real time under tension and gives you that great sort of burnout that you like to have at the end of your workout, and it's just a great finisher. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the workout today. Now, I think this is going to be the last workout that I show you guys in my cutting phase. Got a little bit of something different planned for the next video as we move into a few of the events I'm going to be doing over the summer, just getting out and enjoying myself. But I do once again want to leave you with a final piece of advice, and that is one, go and find somebody who has the absolute body you want to achieve. Find a picture of that person and set that everywhere. I don't care if it's a poster on your wall, your phone background, just do something that forces you to see that each and every day and keeps you motivated to keep going. One of the biggest things is finding a reason to keep going to the gym, and that's something that will help you with it. I know it's something that I've done, it's something I still do. People like Sadiq, I've got posters of him all over the place. I want to have something that makes me want to reach that next level. And until next time, peace guys.